Hello and welcome to The Night Feed. I'm your host, Charlotte, here to bring you some comfort, camaraderie and conversation to keep you company during, let's face it, one of the toughest parts of being a new parent, The Night Feed. Tonight's unpaid sponsor is Losing Control in Tesco. I went to Tesco yesterday with my 3-year-old and my 4.5-month-old. And there was various points in this shopping trip that I lost control as a parent. Now, if you've been to Tesco's clothing department, you'll know there is a lot of obstacles and a lot of blind spots for parents of 3-year-olds. All was fine. She was walking along, helping me carry the basket, baby's in the sling, but got control here. All good. Everything's great. We went up the travelator, which is, I don't know if that's the right word for it. It's one of those, it's an escalator basically without the steps where you put your trolley on. So we go up the travelator. She was loving that. Then we went to the clothing department. Just wanted to pick up a few new bits for them, tights, little bits and bobs like that. And she went out of my eye line and I could not see her. And you know when you have one of those almighty meltdowns, and I just screamed at him. I didn't care who was listening. I didn't care who was looking. She was right around the corner. She was next to me, essentially, looking at some necklaces. So I was like, right, okay. I explained, don't walk away from mummy at any point. And it's quite surprising how quickly a 3-year-old can walk away from you when all you're doing is picking up a piece of clothing in a shop. Then we went to get some sweets as a treat. Taking a 3-year-old into the sweet aisle in Tesco is an experience. Don't get me wrong, she was very good, but taking a 3-year-old anywhere like that, they're going to get involved, aren't they? When all the sweets are eye line and hand line and grab line, it took a little bit longer in the sweet aisle than I had anticipated. Anyway, we found the sweets. We paid, then coming down the travelator, my 3-year-old, instead of jumping off at the end, decided she was going to sit down. So panic ensued again. There I am, like some kind of banshee. Never sit down at the end. Oh my goodness, we step off, we jump off. And then she says, you're shouting at me. Oh my Lord. And then I had about 25 minutes to get to my daughter, who I was picking up at 3:30, which when Tesco's about a 10-15 minute drive away, you're starting to cut it a little bit fine. And then my 3-year-old decided she wanted to climb the car herself, which when you've got all the time in the world is absolutely fine. You let them climb in, it's all good. As we spoke about last week, kids slow you down, and that's something that's actually lovely. But when you are on a timer and you've got to get the baby in the car still at this point and drive through school traffic to pick your child up, things start to get a little bit tense. I was doing hypnobirthing breathing in that car park. I was literally in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth, trying not to lose my patience because the poor girl, she just wanted to get in the car on her own. She didn't know that she was holding me up. It's my fault that we're running late. Anyway, she got in the car. All was fine. We park up at home because my house is round the corner from where the school is. And I think I had about 10 minutes to spare. So I thought, it's fine. Get the baby back in the sling. We'll skip along to school and there'll be no issues. But again, my 3-year-old had different ideas and she wanted to take a bit longer getting out the car. And let's just say the school run ended with me carrying my 3-year-old over my shoulder and the baby in the sling. But we made it. And what I am learning every week, and what you are probably listening to, is somebody who needs to leave an extra hour either side for tasks that need to be done. Because 3-year-olds don't understand being late and being in a rush. And I am reflecting on this now as I'm telling you that it's my fault. Why dash to Tesco and rush when you don't really need to? Why have 3 meltdowns with a 3-year-old who isn't really misbehaving? She's just curious about the world. And me, who's on a timer, is panicking and taking this panic out on the 3-year-old. And it's just my little reminder to myself that I need to give myself more time, always, in every situation. And then things are a lot more smooth. You can let your child get in the car seat on their own. You can let them mop the floor because you're not rushing. But yeah, life with three. It's chaotic, it's fun, it's man on man, it's teamwork. It is a lot busier than two, but it's wonderful and I wouldn't change it. I wanted to say some quick hellos tonight because I was looking at my podcast listener stats and I was so blown away by some of the locations you guys are listening in. So here's a few hellos to Houston, Texas, Perth, Australia, to Charlotte in North Carolina, Birmingham in the UK, Reykjavik in Iceland, and Brussels in Belgium. It's just so lovely to know that there's mums all around the world listening to this, listening to me ramble on. And it made me reflect on why I started this podcast. So back in 2021, when I was up at 3 a.m. during a COVID lockdown with my firstborn, and it was like the fifth time I was awake this night. I was rocking her, I was patting her, I was feeding her. And as a first time mum, you do have that extra level of anxiety, don't you? You've not done it before. And I was thinking of all the new mums who were awake at the same time, if anything, to keep me sane at that point, because I was feeling that delirium with exhaustion that you feel when you're in the thick of it. And I just thought, wouldn't it be great to have something that connects all of us mums? And now, fast forward to 2025, and here we are listening from all 6 continents, which is mind-blowing to me, with our lovely community of fellow mums, all going through newborn life together. So I hope you're all okay wherever you are and on the exhaustion scale, wherever you are in the world. I hope you managed to drink a hot coffee today. None of this lukewarmness that we have to put up with. And I hope you're able to put your feet up for at least one of your baby's naps today. Yes, sod the washing pile. Ignore it. Put your feet up. You deserve it. And if you want to email me in, I love hearing from you. It's thenightfeedpodcast@gmail.com. Or if you want to send a voice note, I'm happy to share that on the podcast. I think some lovely voice notes from mums all around the world up at 3 a.m. Send me your thoughts. Send us your concerns or your worries or your wins for that day. Pop it in a voice note and I'll happily share it on the podcast. I think it'd be lovely to hear all these different voices from around the world. Yeah, it'd be great to hear from you. So tonight, I'm actually just going to go straight ahead and jump in to the email. The first one is from Sophie in London, and she says, "Am I doing this all wrong?" Hi, Charlotte. First of all, I just wanted to say thank you for the night feed. I discovered it on one of these 2 a.m. feeds when I was convinced I was the only person awake in the world. There we go. Somebody else who was convinced they were the only person awake in the world. I've got a question for you, or maybe it's more of a confession. My baby's 8 weeks old and I can't seem to stop comparing myself to other mums. You know, the ones who somehow managed to have showered, put on mascara and made banana muffins before 10 a.m. Meanwhile, I'm celebrating if I brush my teeth before midday. Do you ever feel like that? How do you stop that voice in your head that says you're not doing enough? Sending love and caffeine. Guys, I put makeup on top of makeup this morning. Please don't feed into these mums on Instagram with these reels where they are making banana muffins before 10 a.m. You don't know, that could be one a week. That could be one morning a week when she's got up and gone, right, I am going to make myself look like Supermum. I'm going to get up, I'm going to get my makeup on, I'm going to make these muffins, and then I'm going to do a reel about it. That is not necessarily her everyday life. You don't know what the rest of her house looks like. You don't know the last time she showered. You don't know if she's really made them muffins this morning. I'm not knocking these people at all. And don't get me wrong, there are some mums that thrive on being a morning person, and that is wonderful. But there is a vast majority of us that aren't doing that. And I want to remind you that all of us mums are just doing our best. And however that looks like, as long as the kids are doing well and you're doing well, then it's fine. And however your morning looks, that's your morning. And you should be celebrating that you have got through the night, your baby is fine, your baby is well, and you should celebrate in that. And feel great that you're getting through this newborn stage. You don't need all this noise in your ear from people making banana muffins before 10 a.m. Like I said, I put makeup on top of makeup this morning because I was doing the school run and I realised I hadn't took my makeup off last night. I didn't have time for a shower, so I just put a bit more blusher on and rolled. And you know what? I don't feel bad about that. I think, my kids, they've gone to school with a full tummy. They look lovely. Their hair's done. They're neat. My baby boy is thriving. He's okay. He's had a good night's sleep. I don't mind that I've not done a workout routine, that I've not journaled, that I've not had a shower and done my skincare routine or made banana muffins. So please do not beat yourself up. You've got enough going on with a newborn baby. This is why I hate social media, and I talk about it quite openly on this podcast. I think at whatever stage you are in your life, it is going to give you negativity. And I think particularly when you're a new mum, you're hypersensitive. You worry about the smallest things if you're anything like me at times. You don't need the extra pressure. So remember, when you see these reels on Instagram, it could be their filming day that they do on a Sunday. You don't know that reel wasn't taken at 3 p.m. on a Sunday when she's made the banana muffins and she's making it like she did it in the morning. We don't know any of that. Social media just isn't real. And all these mums that put these polished reels, you don't know what kind of week they're really having or what's going on in their lives. So please don't beat yourselves up. Please just be proud of what you're doing without having to bake pre 10 a.m. So that's my thoughts on that. I hope that helps, Sophie. And I hope knowing that I thrive on putting makeup on top of makeup makes you feel a little bit better. Next email tonight is the Great Baby Class Blowout. Ooh. Hi, Charlotte. Long-time listener, first-time confessor. I thought I'd share my moment of glory from my baby sensory this week because honestly, if I don't laugh, I might cry. We were halfway through Twinkle Twinkle, of course, when I noticed everyone suddenly shuffling back from my mat. I looked down and there it was. My baby had just decided that now was the perfect time for a full-scale nappy explosion. I'm talking yellow up to the neck levels of chaos. As I panicked and tried to deal with the situation without disturbing everybody else, I realised I hadn't packed any spare wipes. So there I was, trying to clean up with the aftermath with a muslin cloth and sheer determination. Oh my God. To top it off, the class leader chose that moment to say, let's all do a group photo while I was elbow deep in poo. Now that's just mean. Come on. I'm pretty sure I'll never be able to make eye contact with the other mums again. Love, Laura, queen of the blowout. Oh, Laura, that is... Do you know what? That story breaks my heart a little bit. Why wasn't another mum running over with a pack of wipes for you or helping? I can't imagine watching another mum in that situation in a class having to deal with muslin cloth. I don't know if that's just me, but someone should have come and helped. I know that they're all mid-class, mid-twinkle twinkle, but I feel like if you can see a mum struggling with a blowout, we've all been there. And blowout's a big thing. And it makes me really sad that nobody thought to bring you a pack of wipes. Like, come on, mums. We're all in this together, aren't we? And then that's just mean for the lady to say, let's have a photo. Come on. The lady should be saying, right, let's give this lovely mum 5 minutes to clean a baby up and then we'll have a lovely picture. But no, I'm sorry that happened to you. And I think you were maybe writing that in as a bit of a funny story, but I think it's just made me a little bit sad that you didn't get any help there. But yeah, note to self, never forget wipes. I've been there. I told you that the other day I went out to the cafe with my friend without anything, just a baby. I was like, what in the third baby is this? No nappy bag, no nappies, no wipes, just walking up to the cafe with the baby. And luckily the cafe is next to an Aldi, so wipes and nappies were bought. But I mean, you get a new type of chill, I think, don't you? And maybe you're in your third baby and you just forgot your wipes as well. But luckily you had a muslin cloth, and I hope that doesn't happen again and that more mums can share the wipes. Share the wipes, guys. Next email says, do you ever miss your old self? Hi Charlotte, I've been meaning to write to you for a while. I'm 6 months into motherhood, and while I love my baby more than anything, I can't shake this feeling that I've somehow lost myself along the way. Before I became a mum, I had this whole identity. I was really confident, spontaneous, always doing something. Now I feel like I've turned into this walking nap schedule with caffeine addiction. It's like I've forgotten who I was before all this, and I don't know how to get her back. Did you ever feel that way? And if so, how do you start to find yourself again so that I'm not just mum? Thank you for making us all feel a little less alone on those long nights. Love, Emma in Manchester. Oh, Manchester girl like me. Hi, Emma. So it's a real tricky one, this, because for me, with becoming a mum, just felt it wholly like it was what I was meant to do. So I stepped into that, and I don't really miss what was before, because I think the person I was 5 years before, at least becoming a mum, I was ready for that stage, and I was happy doing what I was doing. I was happy in my life, but I knew that becoming a mum was what I wanted next. And it almost felt to me like opening a new chapter of my life and being like, right, this is me now. I am mum. But I do know what you mean about spontaneity and about being able to be you, I guess, because when you become a mum, you are almost, you have to be selfless, don't you? You have to become this person that is the caretaker to your child or multiple children. And it is very easy to get to the end of the day and be like, wow, what did I do today? Did I have a coffee? Did I, So I think it's important to make time for yourself, whether that is going and getting your nails done, or signing up for a yoga class, or making sure that a couple of times a week you schedule in a bath and a book. And I know that isn't your old self, but you have to make that time. And another thing I would say is I get emails sometimes from listeners who don't like going out once they become a mum. It gives them anxiety. And something that really helped me with continuing to be me, I suppose, is not being scared to get out. I will go out. I will go anywhere. Even if that was going to town to look around the shops, I would take them with me, and then we'd go and have a coffee. And that, I think, spontaneity with getting out with the kids and going and doing things still helped me to keep my identity, because it was like, well, I feel like going for a coffee. I'm going to take the kids with me. I feel like going to the shops and getting new nail varnish. I'm going to take the kids with me. And I didn't let that stop me going out and living my life still. It's the little things, I think, that keep you giving yourself something to look forward to. And like I said, whether that's going and getting your nails done, going to the shops and getting yourself a new outfit, dressing up, making sure that you look after yourself as well, can really, really help. And it's not seeing becoming a mum as losing yourself, because that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to lose yourself. You still want to be the person that you were before. It's just kind of adopting a slightly different identity and a slightly newer identity, in that, yes, you can't have the spontaneity you want to have, but you can still have the confidence, and you can still have the things that you like in your life. As soon as the baby is a little bit bigger, say, right, on Thursday, I'm going out for 2 hours or however long, I'm seeing my friend, I'm going to get dressed up, I'm going to look glam, and I'm going to go and have a glass of wine, I'm going to have a chat, and it'll make you feel great. So I hope that helps. I think, to sum up, it's just about keeping the things that you enjoy in your life. And whether that means taking your children with you or arranging childcare, it's keeping those things going. Even if it's monthly, bi-monthly, just make sure that you are kind of checking in with yourself and taking that time to make yourself feel like you again, I suppose, and not losing yourself in the beautiful chaos, shall we say, that is motherhood. Next tonight is what's trending, and it's kind of a nice follow-on from that last email in a way. And this is a mum. Her account is Kerrigan, I think it is. It's Kerregan. And she's a mum in the States. And basically, she opens this video by saying, I've had a really positive postpartum experience, and I think this is why. So she is on maternity leave and she has a weekly schedule. Now, you might think, oh, there's no way I could stick to this or do this. But even if you take one or two things from this schedule and build it into your weekly life, it might help. So she said on a Monday, she does meals and moves. So that means that she goes for a walk with the pram for the move. And then the meals is maybe doing a bit of prepping. So she'll prep a few teas and freeze them so that she's ready for the week. So that's Monday. Then Tuesday is Treat Tuesday. And in the video, she takes herself away for a coffee and takes the baby with her and reads a book. That's her treat. So your treat can be anything, whether that is coffee or whether it's going to a mum and baby class or whether it's asking your partner to have the baby for an hour while you go to a class, like I've just spoken about. Treat Tuesday. Wednesday is with someone Wednesday, and she made the point that when you're on maternity leave, you can sometimes feel quite lonely, especially if your partner's back at work and you're on your own in the house and you're a first-time mum with one baby. It can feel quite silent at times, the house, can't it? And you maybe think, oh, the days can blend into one sometimes. So she always makes a point of seeing someone on a Wednesday, whether that's going out to soft play and meeting a mum, or seeing her parents, or seeing a friend, or going to a play group and just being around other people. And then on Thursday, it's tidy and TV Thursday. So she tidies a house in the morning and then she spends the afternoon catching up on a series. And then Friday is Fun Friday. So she says this is a bit of a free-for-all. She takes the baby and they go somewhere, whether that's shopping or whether that's going to a class or a soft play or something that is just fun on a Friday. And I thought I'd share that because I know there are a lot of mums out there that maybe aren't having the best time postnatal. And I think having some kind of structure is something that you forget about when you're in the newborn throes of, those early days and those early months. You can get very into the nap time, into the feeding, into the schedule. And I think if you step away from that and go, actually, I'm going to create a schedule for me and the baby will be fine. My baby now is on my lap, breastfeeding and sleeping. He's with me doing this. And babies are so adaptable. He has to come with me on the school run. He has to come with me on the shop run. It's not like with other kids, you can't just say, right, well, the baby's napping at 10 till 11. So, you do you guys. It's like he just has to come with us and nap when he can. And he's completely fine. So what I'm trying to say with this is the self-care is remember for you to have fun as well. Go out, have a treat on a Thursday or Tuesday, whenever it was. Make sure you're moving, make sure you're getting out and about and doing different things. And I think particularly for the last listener, Emma, who wrote in, that will give you a bit more identity because you'll have your routine and you'll think, right, today's this day, I'm going to go out and I'm going to go to Starbucks or wherever, I'm going to treat myself. And it'll just give you, I think, a little bit more joy as well in the smaller things. Even if you go out and treat yourself to a new outfit or something like that, I think it's a really kind of cool way of, looking after yourself. So my self-care suggestion this week, following on from the above, is to have a treat day. Have a treat day. Whether that's today or tomorrow or Thursday, whatever that looks like to you, go and have yourself a treat and enjoy it. And relish in the fact that you deserve that treat. You're a new mum, you've got a newborn, and as we all know, that is full time, 24/7. So you go out and you have yourself a nice treat, and I hope you enjoy. Finally, to finish on a quote I wrote. She's gone now, the newborn, who fits so perfectly on my chest with her soft wrinkled feet and her scrunched little face, her sleepy sighs. She's gone now, the baby who took her first unsteady steps towards me, arms outstretched, trusting I'd catch her, her hair in those tiny pigtails, her sticky hands reaching for me. She's gone now, the toddler who ran to me with bruised knees and wild curls flying behind her, the one who crashed into my arms like they were the safest place on earth, her chubby cheeks, her whispered, "Mama," the sweetest sound in the world. Motherhood is the slowest kind of love and heartbreak, watching them grow, knowing every fleeting version of them will disappear before you're ready. And it aches. Oh, how it aches. But motherhood is also a gift. With every goodbye, there's a new hello, a new version of them standing before you, ready to be loved, ready to show you who they're becoming. It's a journey of holding on, letting go, and holding on again. A constant rhythm of love and loss, heartbreak and joy. As they grow, so do we. Thank you for listening tonight. Thank you for being here as always. If you have any voice notes you'd like to send and like to have them shared on the podcast, please do. If you'd like to email me, it's thenightfeedpodcast@gmail.com. And remember, I'm on TikTok and Instagram if you'd like to follow me there, The Night Feed Podcast. I hope you all have a restful night ahead and enjoy that hot coffee in the morning. Good night.